Today, I'm racing a distance that I've never done before in my life. Let's see how this plays out.
Go, Spence! You got this!
What is going on, guys? Spencer here for another video, back at it for the Athlete Special. And I'm super excited because in this video, I am going to be doing an 8-mile race. Yes, it's a super local race, but it's a great chance for me to test my fitness and kind of cut down and work on that half marathon type effort for 8 miles. So I'm super pumped about it. Got some Uber Eats right here. Having pizza the night before just to get some good carb up going. Allie is out of town. She's racing the Stumptown Invitational. You guys should check out her video on how she does in that 3K steeple. I don't really know what my goals are. I have no clue what the course is like. It could be a hard course. I'll see you guys in the morning though. 5:45 in the morning. I'm up. Terry is up. How are you feeling, Terry?
So stoked. This is my best hour of the day. I'm really ready for the camera work. I gotta do a few more warm-ups. I gotta really get my finger on the button. Press play.
All right, it's 6:30 right now. We are headed out. I mean, it's 6:30 on the dot. Terry and I are just timely people. What can I say? We're prepared for this big 8-mile race, so.
Dream team.
Dream team right here. I'm gonna put down one of these Precision 100 milligrams of caffeine gels right now.
Got the super shoes.
Geared up.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel very good. Gonna just try to cut it down. Negative split the second lap. It's two 2-mile out and backs. So. All right, folks, let's lock in for this 8-mile effort. I had a guy on a lead scooter in front of me, which made it a lot easier to just run and not have to think about anything. This was a little bit down on the way out and a little bit up on the way back, as you'll see throughout this video. But essentially, my plan was to try to cut it down throughout the effort to low 5-minute pace by the end. Again, this was at altitude, so it's pretty tough.
Let's go, Spence. Looking good. Stay relaxed. I'm a little tired from that run across the field, but you got this.
Let's just face it, the real star of the show is me. I got up at 5:30, had 2.5 cups of coffee.
So everyone, make sure to comment thanking Terry for coming out and helping me film and just being there to support me when Allie was gone in Portland for her race. But anyway, yeah, we are going out here and it was slightly down for the first mile. And again, this is a double out and back, meaning it's 2 miles out, 2 miles back, 2 miles out, 2 miles back. So mile 4 and mile 8 were going to be the hardest ones of this race. So it was actually a good chance to really push those miles 4 and 8 and have to struggle on these hills at altitude. So I was looking forward to it, and it was all on this hard pavement, but there was not really too many people in the way. So overall, I was having a pretty good time throughout this first mile and just kind of trying to stay under control. Like I said, I wanted to start off at maybe 5:30-ish pace and then try to work down to low 5:20s or even into the 5 teens and maybe even a little bit faster if we can. But here we are coming through a mile in 5:26, so pretty solid. But before I get any further into this race, I want to talk about today's sponsor that has been helping me fuel big time. Guys, I am super excited to let you know that this video is sponsored by Uber Eats. As you guys know, we have been doing so much moving stuff in the last month, and especially the last couple days as Allie's parents have been in town, so we have been so busy. So being able to use Uber Eats is super convenient and easy and so enjoyable. As you guys know, I am not a fan of cooking, so being able to order from Uber Eats is amazing for me. But for those who don't know, Uber Eats is a food and delivery platform that makes it easy to get what you're craving. One thing that's really nice about Uber Eats is that you can check out local spots as well as chains. So if you're feeling something local, you can always grab it. But if you're trying to go get something from a big chain, you can easily do that as well. There are hundreds of different restaurants that you can order from on Uber Eats. And today, I ordered from Chipotle. You can easily track your order on the app so you know when your food is coming, so you can time it up well for when you should be at home. Right now, as we are doing all of these home improvements and moving in our house, it's super important that I don't skip meals because I want to stay healthy and be able to train at a high level. Having Uber Eats is amazing because it allows me to not skip my meals. So if you are interested, click the link in my description and use code ATHLETE15 to get $15 off of your first order with a minimum basket size of $20.
Looking good. Way to stay smooth.
Okay, so I turned off my Insta360 for miles 2, 3, and most of 4 just so I could save battery and get the last 4 miles of the race. But my mile 2 was a 5:26 and my mile 3 was a 5:32. Mile 3 was pretty tough as it was uphill, and mile 4 was going to get tough as well.
Spencer making his way in. He's doing the 8 mile. You're going to go left. Looks like he is on an astounding pace right now. That is impressive.
Good job, Spencer.
Got yourself some water there. Need it and back on out.
Let's go, Spence. Whoop, whoop.
So as you guys can see, the turnarounds are crazy. Like, you literally just have to spin around right on the spot, so it completely takes away your momentum. But also, I was a little bit concerned because my mile 4 was only 5:36, which is a little bit slower than I would have liked, but I knew that mile 5 would be downhill, so I was going to press it a little bit harder than I anticipated that I was going to, just because I wanted to take advantage of the fact that mile 5 was about 40 feet of downhill, so I could actually run something in the low 5 teens, because I really am at this point trying to just have a hard effort that stimulates a half marathon. But I came up on mile 5 running a 5:15, so I really did pick up the pace nicely, and I knew that the next mile was going to be mostly flat and even a little bit more downhill, so I was very encouraged that I can continue running in that 5:20 or faster pace for the second half of this race. Also, it was a little bit hot out. I was surprised it was hot at 8 in the morning. That's when the race started, but you know, in Colorado in the middle of July, you have to expect it to be hot. It really wasn't humid at all, which makes sense as we are in a high desert location. And at this point into the race, I was thinking, okay, if I can just get to 6 miles and turn around, then I am done turning around and I have just a straight shot back home for the final 2 miles. Yes, they're going to be a little bit uphill, but it doesn't really matter as long as I push hard and continue to have that momentum. But I came through mile 6 running a 5:20. So you can obviously hear that I'm breathing pretty hard at this point, and it's just the altitude. You know, when you're doing these hard, long, extended efforts at altitude, it's so difficult to just keep control and not get over that red line. Also, by the way, I announced this on my Instagram a couple weeks ago, but I am going to be doing the Boulderthon 13.1 mile half marathon at the end of September, so I felt like this was a really good stimulus to sort of gear me up for that type of race. It's going to be fun to do a half marathon at altitude because I'm not going to worry about the time. It'll be more of a race to really focus on trying to compete well and, you know, go for a top 10 finish, which would be awesome for me. But here we are coming up on mile 7, and I ran a 5:21, which is solid because this mile had a slight bit of uphill, and now we're on to our final mile, mile 8 of this crazy 8-mile road race. And this mile is going to be tough because there's about 35 to 40 feet of elevation in it, and I am telling you, anytime there is even a slight incline at altitude, in my experience at least, it is so hard going up those hills. I am so much more out of breath than when I am at sea level. But here we are, only 800 meters left in this race. I'm really pushing through, passing some people from the 4-mile race right now, and just trying to grind out as fast as we can, close this thing up strong. Right now I'm running around 5:10-ish pace up this slight hill, so I'm really excited about it. But what are we going to run, folks?
Good job, Spencer.
We've seen him once, now we're seeing him twice. Our first 8-miler of the day already coming back. Man, 12:1:8. Spencer taking the overall in the 8 mile today.
I finished with I think 43:07, so really happy with that. 5:22, 5:23 pace. Really good effort out there. Pushed myself hard. Negative split. I was probably running like 5:30 average on the first 4, and then more like 5:20 on the last 4. That last mile was pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. It hurt a lot. So really happy with it, and just a fun distance. So with that, we will see you guys in the next one.